2nd and 6 coming up here. Motioning the tight end left. From the 34. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure Coach, the play caller, doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
First down throw by Williams. And not a great choice on first down. It's incomplete, nearly intercepted, actually, so 2nd down coming up.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
Throwing again on 2nd, Williams. Can't connect over the middle, it's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long. Sending a receiver left. 3rd down, here's Williams. And oh, someone stepped in, it's intercepted. Picked off by Damone Clark. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. So we start our game off with a touchdown, Brock, but not on the side of the scoreboard that we were expecting.
Yeah, first drive on defense, the goal is to get off the field, maybe even flip the field with field position. But to score points yourself, that's not something they honestly consider too much. That is until he started that return, baby. And they saw things lining up perfectly for it to happen.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. After the pick, here's Williams. On the move, headed right. Gets this one to Watson. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Javon Holland there to make the stop.
It's one thing to draw all these routes up when you're in the pocket. It's quite another when a play breaks down. Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket and scramble. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Working from the gun, Williams. Forced out to his right. Pass is hauled in by the running back. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It was the rookie from USC who got there for that tackle.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Ken, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
He was taken down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 1 makes it 3rd and 14.
This offense looking to convert as they come up on 3rd down. They send the tight end in motion. Williams with 3rd and long. And disaster averted. He knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And that brings up 4th and long. The Packers sending out their special teamers. Field goal coming. It's on the right hash for this 39-yarder. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you were looking for on the call sheet.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. On play action now, McCarthy. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. His first throw is an interception. And the Packers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away, just as they did.
At the 16-yard line.
Williams from the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
They'll throw on 3rd and long. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. The Packers send out their punting unit. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That just misses the 50 mark, gets a 49-yard punt. And the Vikings are going to take over with their eyes on the end zone. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Trying the right side. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
He's to the 10. And he takes it in for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings get 6 more on their early advantage. PAT effort coming up. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Out of the gun, here's Williams. Has him on the quick hitter. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll be 1st down, Packers. These two NFC North teams have played one so far. It's a two-score game early. We'll return to historic Lambeau Field after this. Time for our second quarter. It'll be Packer football to begin. They'll try to attack this deficit starting with 1st and 10. Into the hands of Jefferson, complete. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Williams to throw on first. Buys time, rolling right. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. 16 yards on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it'll be first down Packers.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. To the well again. And he's still looking for the play that sparks the ground game as that one stopped for a loss.
Sometimes the surprises work out for a nice game. And sometimes, well, those surprises, they don't surprise anybody, and you're left hoping your running back just gets up.
Here's 2nd and 11. And he'll take this one in for the Green Bay touchdown. The Packers make it a one-score game in the first half. Setting up to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Edgerrin Cooper takes it away. And the Packers, they're going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie. That's what that whole defense screams after an interception. And you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he's brought down for a loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused. And they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Flushed out of the pocket. No place to go, so he just threw it away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. McCarthy to throw it. He puts some juice on it deep. That's grabbed inside the 30. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those. Did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the...
The kicker gets it. Oh, it looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. And he's in. So how about this? A throwback you almost never see anymore. The fake extra point works and extends their lead by 2. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Now here's Williams. Escapes the pocket. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Vikings, going the other way. And they take him down right along the 30. Well, that didn't take long, Brock. One play, and they're back out there.
Well, that's how a defense can make you awfully happy as an offensive player, especially when you screw it up and you fumble. The defense picks up that offense and puts them right back on the field.
1st and 10 now from the 30. Throwing now, following the turnover. Completed over the middle. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. A quick throw completed out to the left. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings will add to their lead at the end of the half. Well, we all know that he's somebody they like to have working down near the end zone, Brock, and there is so many ways they know how to use him down there.
Yeah, things are constantly different down there when you're trying to defend him, which is what makes defending him so tough, borderline impossible at times. He can make the smallest little tweaks to his route just like a receiver would, and it's a totally different animal, a nightmare for these defenses.
And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. 1st and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Let's go. Get some momentum, hero!
Looking to throw. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Trying to find Justin Jefferson. So it's 2nd down coming up. Here comes the final play of our first half. Looking to throw. Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Devon Holland comes up with it. And the Vikings do not get the return all the way back. That's going to bring us to the end of our first half. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. The Packers about set to kick this one away, and away we go again. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Looking to throw, McCarthy. Got for big yards on the right side. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings grow the lead coming out of halftime. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just not able to make a play on the ball in the air. And the end result, as you said, a big play and a touchdown.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Do this, offense. This is sleep.
Williams to throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And they can't connect on the deep look. Still a couple of snaps to play with, though, here. We've got 2nd down.
Okay, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Williams set to pass. That one hits the ground, incomplete, but a flag also hit the ground. Let's sort this out. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. First down, Williams. He beams one deep right side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Looking for Justin Jefferson on that throw. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They'll run now on 2nd down. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. It's picked out by the Vikings, going the other way. Well, he was fighting off defenders, trying for the extra yards. You understand it, but might have been what cost him and opened the door for that fumble.
Okay, you and I both know this game has changed so much in our lifetimes. It's evolved in so many different ways. But I promise you, you can go back to the 60s, the 70s, and many of these fumbles occur just like that. You break one tackle, you let up just a little bit, and that next guy comes home and delivers the devastating blow.
In a good spot here, 2nd and inches. Now McCarthy. He'll check this one down, complete to the fullback. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. That's a short gain of 1. And that's going to give the Vikings the 1st down. Throwing from the gun here. Cut near the goal line. Touchdown, Minnesota. Well, as they drive forward to what right now looks like it should be a win, Brock, he sure has taken advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity, certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Williams. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Vikings have it as he records the 1st interception of his young career. Oh boy, they cleaned up the fumbling issues from the last drive, and now it's an interception that turns the ball over.
Yeah, and two very different tones and tenors on these two sidelines. One coach is pleading, begging for some ball security. The other is simply saying, keep it up, boys. Keep taking that ball away. Job well done.
They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he finds him in the end zone for the Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points. That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings grow their lead yet again. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And that one flies right on past the end zone. Didn't make an effort to hit the landing area at all, so they're going to give them a drive starting at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. The give now out of the shotgun. Broke through the tackle. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They give it to him again. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's... It looked like they had it, but nope, no gain, and now they're just inches short for 3rd down. Williams from the gun. And they pick him off again! And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long, but throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Thrown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
2nd and 8. Has him on the quick hitter. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota 1st down. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Just something off in the rhythm of the passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. They'll motion him out of the backfield. 2nd and 10, McCarthy. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Has it in close. Breaks out the spin cycle. He's in. Touchdown. The Vikings lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Ooh, baby, Brock, this one has gotten well out of hand.
You think so? I think this is utter domination. Going to be a lot of questions to be answered. I'm going to guess this is a press conference the coach isn't looking forward to.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Return starts at the 3. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It's a 30-yard play, Brock, and they've got a fresh set of downs.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
First down throw by Williams. He's going deep. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And it's going to be second down. Out of the gun, here's Williams. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up. Thankfully, only one quarter to play now. We've reached the end of 3 in this lopsided affair. It's the Packers with the football and a chance to, well, do some window dressing here in the fourth. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on third and very long. To throw, Williams. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Here's the handoff. Pushing for the red zone. And he has it almost to the red zone down at the 21-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
Now, don't think for a second they're going to slow down the tempo. Defense on their heels. And right now is the best chance to go push that envelope and get aggressive.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And they have this down to the 11 before being marked down. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And it'll bring up a Minnesota first down. From the gun, they're going to hand it off. And he's going to get taken down near the goal line. It's a gain down to the 1. He gets him 9 on the ground. A good pickup and a second down.
With all these collisions these running backs take between the tackles, sure nice to get a little crease on the outside, get in that open field, and let these runners do their thing.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Vikings are running them out of the building. Now they'll try the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Vikings continue piling onto this lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Here's Williams. And the first down pass sent away by a defender, incomplete.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
What is this?
Williams will look to throw. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball, left side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. To throw is Williams. He's trying to go deep again. That's grabbed inside the 30. And he flips the field for them before being taken down. Now they'll hit the line just outside the red zone following that big play.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Sticking in the air, it's Williams. And they pick him off again. Picked off by Damone Clark. And the Vikings take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know what this is, Kate? This is the practice field coming to life. Really on both sides of the ball. Right, you watch defensive coaches preach all the time, and they work on these returns to get to the near sideline, everybody to get a block. And then for those offensive players to show the effort to go chase that down so it's not a pick six.
We've got a fumble pretty close to midfield. Packers pick it up. And they stop him before he gets much on the return.
Hey, Kate, these last few minutes, big.
So just like all touchdowns, all turnovers also reviewed, and they want to take another look at this one. So the nice defensive play, all for naught. He was down first, no fumble. From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Thought he had a touchdown there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. And he cannot shake the tackler along the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now it's 4th and long. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. Now this is a beauty of a kick. Gets headed out of bounds, no chance at a return or a touchback. They're going to mark it out at the 6. All right, one more snap before the 2-minute warning. Williams to throw on first. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. After surrendering the safety, they're out to boot it away. Takes it in at the 21. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. So good field position to start with for the Vikings this drive. 1st and 10. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And we shouldn't be surprised as they connect in the end zone for yet another touchdown. The Vikings throwing 6 more on the blowout. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups. And when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings tack on 7 more to their lead. The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback, this drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Williams set to pass. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Gotta hurry this to the line. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Trying again, following the sack. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear.
And they pick him off again! And the Vikings have it once again after yet another interception.
I think it's safe to say his day is beyond repair now, if it wasn't long ago. He just hasn't been reading these coverages at all, and it's clearly not on the same page with his receivers. I think it really is now time to think about his confidence for future games and get him out of this ball game.
And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
Kate, I've seen a one-step drop. I've seen a 3, a 5, a 7. Some of the boots and play actions get more depth, but a 20-step drop? That's not going to cut it. Except for this defense, it just adds a whole bunch of negative yards to that play.
So the Vikings pick up the win on the road. And their start to the season not cooling off by any means as they move to 4-0 on the year. With Brock Ewart and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Vikings emerge as winners as we say so long from Green Bay.
Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. Hey, break down, stay down, look what I make now. Hit boy, earthquake, boy, it's a shakedown. I done so much work, they think it's fake now. Big fish, every beat is just bait now. Got rich, some switch, they try to hate now. Leave, I'm straight, I got a rake now. Need cheese, cash app, been more PayPal. Turned up, to the max, I'm finna break down. Flow water, big trip, boy, this a gray cloud. Highlights, ball is life, my whole take, wow. Big boss, hella chicken, I feel like Rick Ross. Why you going so damn hard? They got me off. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. Hit boy, work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, D's. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang. These new can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury. Luxury. Ha, these luxury. Ha, luxury. Ha, ha, they can't with me. Slow it. I ain't finna stop till they make the rap blow it. Shout out Yaya, she was with me at my lowest. Best baby daddy in the world and you know it. I thought that I was done, he said hop back in. Made it to the league, this is not Pac-10. Headline set, that's a big back end. Let the beat drop, bring that back in. Fresh out the beta game in my jeans. Black, slap, what do that mean? It mean that banging. Have my hand out, let me hang it. Ay, these no can't with me. If I do a song with you, that's a luxury. If Hit Boy work with you, that's a luxury. Don't step on my Crocs, these luxury.
Boy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Grandma was in A, auntie was in it, ayy. Mama had AAA. I wasn't scared to crash anyone anyway. I ride a shotty while bro had to get away. I gotta penetrate, I gotta generate. I got like 20 some years to my hood, now I gotta go live away. I'm out of town, but I'm not on the getaway. I spin a giveaway. You mean I'm the generous king for real? I f***ing sleep, then I light up the street, got screaming like Billie Jean for real. I'm from the M, I got M's in the bank and M's in all my streams for real. Feeling like Phil, they be living like Carlton if I leave him in the wheel. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Baby, I'm loving it. I think I'm ready for kids. She said when to stop trying to in her face. That makes sense. I'm going up past LA Brent. I'm going off no fail, say switch. Yeah, me and my team go back like plastic cup boys on some tailgate. Okay, look, all eyes on me. I feel like I'm Truman. No, we finna win it, cause I'm about to lose it. I don't give a computers disputing. I go off a field, no heads, just shooting. I die for my team, I'm the coach, I'm recruiting. I'm spending my time and I'm saving the day. I feel like a mutant, I'm built like a student. I'm feeling bilingual, cause I'm in Nigeria, rocking the Cubans. My life is a highlight reel that I keep on looping. You can't just tell me, you gotta prove it. Stealing, they first name is Lupin. I'm hitting harder than like Yukin. They sending shots, but somehow I just juke it. Hitting my desk, I'm B.I.G. You know I can't forget that I do it. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Your spot like, ayy. I gotta get it, man. Shout out, I'm fully committed like, ayy. I studied the target, I'm never gonna miss it. I call that precision like, ayy. Shooting my shot like, ayy. Hit the red dot like, ayy. Finger on the like, ayy.
Running through his mind all day, I'm tired. I'm the boss now, do higher. Hang the phone up, I'm so wired. Couldn't sleep, my flow all my friends in a big black truck. I'm Vanessa, I like salsa, I'm a dancer, you pay fees for my big show, in Ibiza, for my leisure, bliss. I don't do arguments in my relationships, I'm lit. You don't want me standing on this and say something, I'm rich. It don't make no sense how I make this, I'm lit. I don't do two-face unless the face card on my wrist. She 808. 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 Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. Take my keys, I'm not going home. Please stop blowing up my celly phone. She 808. 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 I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back. I ain't giving nothing back, and I'm gone so far, I ain't coming back.
Bottles and believe we back in business. This is highly recommended.
One in a million. All right now. Since birth, I've been shooting from a cannon. Mid-flight, here to recite, I ain't landing. Handles like a vandal at night, you can't grab it. Fire underneath my hood is outstanding. Blast through a wall of bricks like Superman did. Ain't nothing holding me back but me standing. So I'ma take off right now from this planet. The new sound has been found in yo. I don't know what you've been told, but I ain't gonna stop till I break the mold. You see, I'm born in a million. I wanna rise in the ceiling, yes I do. I think it's time to see a brand
okay, loser. We go way, way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. I ain't out on my lonesome. They want me to loan some. I made a fortune. They can't let that go none. I'm doing so much that costs a shoulder. I don't blow it all on a VVS boulder. I put the verse in the Achi. I put the girl in the top teeth. Rock on my hand, make the rock wanna flock to the stands, cause my eye always watching. I said, okay, loser. We go way, way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up out the cooler. She was in my seat, I had to scoot her. She was at her knees, I had to boot her. She just left the team like we ain't knew her. She just left the team like, okay, loser. Okay, loser. And I said, loser. Why the always coming out the woodwork? Don't know why she mad, cause ain't nothing I did to her. She just out here plotting on my, I call her Stewart. She the lowest, she so down and out of sewer. Growed up, back your age, you immature. Maybe one day you gon' create some allure. Maybe one day you'll be great and go on tour. Like me, hey, okay, loser. We go way, way back, I won't say okay, boomer. Sweet, I brush my teeth, but still my tooth hurt. You cannot come to the cookout, get your hand up